As you may know, I'm a huge fan of the Total War series, and Creative Assembly is actually releasing a new DLC which covers Rome's unification of Italy. Today, I figured we'd explore how this occurred historically to give you some context. But rather than strictly focus on a timeline of battles and campaigns, I wanted to discuss the actual mechanisms by which the many Italian peoples were unified. This is really important, as all too often we wrongly view the Roman state as a homogeneous entity rather than a diverse web of interconnected communities centered around the city of Rome. But to understand the context of these relationships, we will first have to become acquainted with ancient Italy prior to the Roman era by exploring its diverse landscapes and its people. Let's first start with geography, as civilizations are often a product of their environment. Among Italy's most defining features are its mountainous regions. These include the Alps, which dominate the north, the Apennines, which run along the spine of the peninsula, and the large volcanic mountains such as Etna, which dot the landscape. In fact, the mountain areas are so extensive that they actually make up about 40% of Italy. From these heights, the terrain then unfolds like a rich tapestry, rolling from its peaks to its shores. Between the various folds in the elevation are great valleys and rolling hills that either dramatically spill into the sea or gently fade into it in the form of rich coastal flatlands. The mountainous terrain also leads to the creation of many rivers and lakes as snow melt and rainwater make their way to the lower ground by one way or another. And finally, we should note that the Italian peninsula and its neighboring islands have a huge amount of coastline with ready access to the wider Mediterranean. What this all means is that the diverse landscape of Italy led to a diverse community of peoples. Villages founded by early settlers would take advantage of their local terrain, and over time, their development would be molded by it. Fertile lowlands might turn them into farmers, rugged highlands might turn them into pastoralists, and coastal or river access might turn them into traders. The birth of these communities in such a wide range of environments therefore had a great impact on their varied cultural and military activities. It should also be noted that the fragmentary nature of Italy's landscape not only helped develop diversity, but also maintained it to a certain extent due to the relative isolation of communities. For example, if we look at Italy around the time of Rome's founding, we see a wide range of cultural and linguistic groups. Over the years, migrations and colonization further added to the complexity of the political environment. It is from this stew of peoples that Rome would create its empire. Let's now get on to the main topic of the video, about how they did so. So I hope you appreciated this short form look into Invicta content. Now if you want to see our full length documentaries, you can head on over to the main channel, and either way, I'll see you in the next one.